Hello, welcome to another Watch It! Here on my channel that we're going to look at Boardwalk Empire. Yes, indeed. Basically my favorite series at this moment, at least. So, let's look at it. Boardwalk Empire started airing on HBO, the American premium channel HBO, in 2010 and have run for 5 seasons. It only have a run of 5 seasons because it had ended. It ended in 2014, and yeah. The series is basically based on a book, based on a real character. I don't know if he did everything that happened in the series in real life, but it could be based only on the books, basically. So yeah, I don't know. So yeah, what can I say about this series? The series is basically a crime drama, gangster series, set historical drama, period drama, set in Atlantic City in the early middle 19, so far 1915 to 1920, somewhere like that, I think. During the time when, alcohol isn't allowed anymore. So basically, behind the government's back, people are starting to selling liquor illegally and importing from other countries and so on and so on. And that is basically what this series is mainly about. The empire built surrounding the selling of the liquor. The main character is Enoch Thompson, short mainly called Nucky. He's an interesting character that he had a wife and a child. The child died not long after the birth, I think it was, and basically his wife basically just didn't want to live anymore, and sad things happens. He meets up with another, I can't remember her name, it was a long time ago I watched this series, but he meets another woman that he really likes. Her husband basically dies, if you know what I mean, and they get together. And yeah, she's also in the series for a long time, but in the end they basically break up and isn't together anymore. We see a lot of colorful characters such as mayors, other gangsters or crime organizations, and so on. It's really interesting to watch and just fun, basically. The surroundings in this series is really beautiful. It is basically a period drama, as I said, and it is just beautiful scenery. The buildings are amazing looking. It actually looks like it is set in that time. It doesn't look fake at any point, in my opinion. It just looks stunning. They have basically done a really great job when it comes to environments and so on, and effects. It probably is green screen or blue screen, but it doesn't feel like that when you watch it. When it comes to actually action, it usually happens at the end of the episode, which is a regular thing when it comes to HBO series. They basically have action in the end, but sometimes you have action throughout the episode. But overall, the series is basically about politics, as usually when it comes to big epic dramas. It isn't about all the action, it's just basically the talk between the characters and how they react to it, and so on and so on. It is really interesting to watch kind of the backstabbing that happens sometimes and similar things in that area. As I said, it is basically set in maybe not 1915, it's something between maybe 1918 or 17, something like that. I think this ends in 1923 or similar like that. What I will say, I will not spoil the ending, but for me it was somewhat weird, not disappointing, it was just a weird ending in my opinion. It didn't feel fulfilling in my opinion, but somewhat it was a decent end anyway. It didn't ruin the series for me, but I would have wanted something more out of it. That is what I want to say. When it comes to quality over the seasons, I think they actually have a consistent quality throughout the season when it comes to interesting parts that actually happens and story and so on and so on. It doesn't get so boring sometimes as HBO's other series, Game of Thrones, that can be a little bit boring and lackluster sometimes, but that doesn't happen all the time, that often, but it actually happens once or twice each season, which actually isn't that great. Boardwalk Empire, in my opinion, keeps a consistent quality when it comes to storyline and basically all the talk between characters and so on. It doesn't get boring, it just is interesting to watch and still going. One big part also about the series is that it has a lot of amazing music. The music it is from that time area, I think. I don't know if it is earlier or later in the years, but it is basically in that area. The music is beautiful and amazing, in my opinion. One of the best parts also about the series, even though it isn't a musical series, it is the background music and sometimes the scene when they are looking at the stages and so on. They actually have music in the background that is just spectacular. So yeah, the rating for this series are going to be a 9.6 out of 10. In my opinion, it is a perfect series if you just want to sit down and watch something crime drama basically. So it isn't that much action throughout all episodes, but when it comes to action, it is amazing. Just talking and scenery is amazing. It is spectacular. I get some points, some minus points because of its heavily use of sexual scenes and sex sometimes, which in my opinion is dragging some series down a little bit, but it is still a quality series that I strongly recommend because it is just amazing series. And that was all for today, folks. Hope to see you next time. Bye.